Hello everyone, today we're continuing with day 2 after we found the second part of day 1 using GPT-4 and let's see what are the requirements of day 2. We are launched high into the atmosphere. Depths of our trajectory just barely reached the surface of a large island floating in the sky. We are on this island, and what's happened here? That's Snow Island, and they don't have many visitors here, and you like to play a game in the meantime. Okay, let's see what's the game. As you walk, they'll show you a small bag and some cubes which are either red, green or blue. Okay, we have three types of cubes, red, green and blue. Each time you play this game, you will hide a secret number of cubes of each color in the bag, and your goal is to figure out information about the number of cubes. Okay, we are playing in a game in which we have a bag and three types of cubes, red, green and blue, and when we play a game, elf puts n of these cubes and we need to guess probably what's their number. Yeah? Let's see how the game goes. To get information, once a bag has been loaded with cubes, the elf will reach into the bag, grab a handful of random cubes, show them to you, and then put them back in the bag. He will do this few times per game. Okay, for a given game, we have obviously that's the first time that we get some cubes out, second and the third. Okay, we have like 3 trials, and we can see in each of them different number of cubes. For example, here we're seeing green and blue, here it's only blue and red, here it's only green, and we need to gather some statistic for the cubes. Okay, that's clear so far. To get information a few times per game, you play several games and to acquire the information from each game you have puzzle input. Each game it's a given as a game on a given row with a number of each game, and with are separate the different runs, and the different cubes are separate with comma. Okay, in a game 1, 3 sets of cubes are revealed from the back and then put back again. The first set is 3 blues and 4 reds. The second set is 1 red, 2 green cubes and 6 blue cubes. The third set is only 2 green cubes. The elf would firstly like to know which game would have been possible if the bag contained only 12 red cubes, 13 green cubes and 14 blue cubes. Okay, now we have some conditions to say is it this game possible or not with these cubes. And one of the requirements is to have not more than certain number of the cubes. And in the example of the game 1, 2 and 5 would have been possible if the bag had been loaded with that configuration. However, game 3 would have been impossible because at once point the elf showed you 20 red cubes at once. Okay, because we have here too many red cubes, we couldn't do that. If you add ID the game, that would have been possible. You get 8. Okay, what we do, we're finding which games are possible. We don't have game 3. Because it shows 15 book cubes in this one. Okay, and we left on with the last game and the first two, and we are adding simply their the number which was 1, 2 and 5, and that's 8. Okay, let's see with this close this a second and see if I have my ChatGPT. Let me use a normal ChatGPT, none of my personal one. We always want to solve this using the standard ChatGPT and say let me go on program that solves the phone task. Each is input from a file with path date to input the text. Yeah, let's see with this instruction if we'll be able to do that. Again, I'm trying to solve these problems in Go. I find it a little bit more challenging for ChatGPT. We don't want to use Python, albeit in some cases we use Python when it's not able to solve it in Go, and sometimes it's not even able to solve it in Python, as was the example with day 1 part 2. But let's see how it's doing when we're waiting to see the program. Okay, not bad. We're reading the files line by line. We're doing scanning. We're getting game, matching the digits. Sounds reasonable. We're getting one red, green, and blue. We're checking which of them is, and so on and so on. Okay, oh, that looks pretty neat and correct. And let's see what we'll get. Now here we have our input program. If we put for input our input, as you can see here we have 100 games. So good. Let's see. It goes day 1. Okay, I'm getting 2207. Sounds reasonable. Let's see. Okay, that's the case. We were able to solve part 1. Let's give a try on part 2. That wasn't so bad. But first part of the puzzle we were able to solve it in for day 1. Let's see the second one. What will be the part 2? Dove says that they've stopped producing snow because they aren't getting any water. He isn't sure why the water stopped, however they can show you how to get to the water source to check it out for yourself. It is just up ahead. As you continue your walk, the elf poses a second question. In each game you played, what is the fewest number of cubes of each color that could have been in the bag to make the game possible? Again, consider the example game for earlier. In game 1, the game could have been played with as few as 4 red, 2 greens and 6 blues. If any color had even one fewer cubes, the game would have been impossible. Could have been played with minimum 1 red, 3 green, etc. Okay. The power of set of cubes is equal to the number of red, green and blue cubes multiplied together. The power of minimal set of cubes in a game 1 is 48. Why it's 48? Because we have 4 red multiplying 2 greens, that's 8, and multiplying 6, that's 48. In game 2 to 5 it was 12, etc. respectively. Adding up 5 powers produce the sum. Okay, let's continue with part 2. Given here in triple backticks. Okay, let's see, and let's go. Let's see how we'll do on part 2 eventually. Our challenge. It's continuing, it's using the same regex, matching the number, matching the red, green and blue. After that, double checking, is it rain, is it green or is it blue. Max red, it's checking if there is need to add them. That seems legit. It's going through each game and it's finding the max, multiplying them and adding them. It's quite efficient, it's with 1 parse. Yeah, actually that looks fantastic so far. Let's see, what's the number? It's suspiciously low, if you ask me. But no, actually it's correct. Okay, I'm more on a positive wave now. We were able to solve day 2 and hope to see you in the next video for day 3. Have a nice one.